Earth's mysterious inner core could finally be explained by new science. Peter Dockrell of Science Alert reports it's one of the deepest unknown in geophysics, the hidden movements of Earth's innermost core. Now, there is the explanation given by Terrell Blackstar. You'll see one of my videos just today, having to do with an answer that he wanted to give to various people as to why certain earthquakes seem to be in the same horizontal level. That's because of what's happening from the Earth's inner core, the mantle plumes and the mantle plume formations that make corridors in various areas of the Earth, and what they look like. So he explains that in that video, if you want to see a couple of videos back, the special report. So, while we think of the ground beneath our feet as terra firma, the reassuring rigidity only exists so far, because deep below the planet's surface, the Earth's superhot inner core sits within a molten liquid outer core detached from overlying mantle and crust above it. This untethered arrangement poses more than a few questions, perhaps the biggest of which is called superrotation. If Earth's solid inner core of iron is unattached to the mantle due to the fluid outer core layer that surrounds the inner core, how does that affect its rotation? Superrotation hypothesis suggested that Earth's inner core spins at a different rate to Earth's outer rotation rate, which is about one full rotation every 24 hours with respect to the Sun. Exactly what the inner core's superrotation rate might be has been debated by scientists for decades. Now, a new analysis by seismologist John Vidale from the University of Southern California offers a fresh estimate for geophysics to consider. In his new paper, Vidale examines backscattered seismic waves detected from two separate nuclear tests conducted by the Soviet Union in the Novaya Zemlya archipelago in northeastern Russia in 1971 and 1974. Scattering of seismic waves from two separate nuclear tests. Now, while these nuclear explosions were conducted decades ago, the force of the blasts were detected by seismic stations around the world, including the Large Aperture Seismic Array, or LASA for short, the world's first large seismic array built in Montana in 1965. By analyzing the LASA data and measuring the motion of the inner core based on the seismic waves detected, Vidale estimated the inner core rotated approximately 0.07 degrees more than the rest of the planet each year between 1971 and 1974. And quote, he says, if his rate's right, it means that if you stood on a spot on the equator for 1 year, the part of the inner core that was previously beneath you would wind up under a spot 4.8 miles away. Maya Weishaupt explains in a report for their research for National Geographic. As far as superrotation calculations go, Vidale says his new estimate is both slower and more robust than previous approximations, one of which notably is his own. In the year 2000, Vidale was part of a team that analyzed the same similar test data detected by the Montana array and calculated a factor of superrotation for the years 1971 to 74, being a 0.15 degree per year. With the new study, Vidale explains his latest estimate provides greater resolution and benefits from improvements in data correction, processing, and interpretation. But another reason for why the figures are different is that this is a very theoretical field of science, examining a deeply buried, superheated part of the Earth that's impossible to study up close. The research is still emerging. The whole theory of superrotation was only first proposed in the 1970s, but the first serious modeling and seismic evidence only appeared in the 1990s, a few years before Vidale's 2000 search was published. Scientists have other explanations too for why our readings and estimates on the inner core's seeming superrotation rates might differ. A study published in May suggested the discrepancies could be down to variations in the surface of the inner core itself, which could explain inconsistencies in other analyses. If that view is correct, it means we could be dealing with an even greater unknown down in the center of the Earth. Only time and lots more scientists will take on this challenge, and time will tell. These findings were first reported on Geophysical Research Letters, and it's on Science Alert. And I'll leave links below for you for this. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.